ran 9 miles with a good friend of mine today, who I totally honor her opinions on and anything and everything. And she's very inspirational, and always, every time I leave a conversation with her, I've gained something beautiful. I'm very grateful for her. And then later on, she texts me, and at the end of the text message, she hashtagged "be your own superhero." And I originally kind of laughed and smiled, and then I started thinking about how impactful that is. Because being your own superhero has nothing to do with not letting other people help you. It just means you're sticking up for your life. And what I mean by that is, are you being your own superhero? Are you advocating for yourself? Are you taking big leaps, dreaming big dreams? Or are you holding yourself back? Because a lot of times we hold ourselves back and we don't chase certain dreams because of excuses we've made up in our heads. And I'm gonna be my own superhero, right? Like, I'm gonna do the things I need to do in this life for me. And so both of us are entrepreneurs, as well as we both own our own businesses, but we also are in the business of, she's a massage therapist, and obviously I'm a Pilates instructor. So both are businesses where you don't know what or how much money you're going to make weekly, which is a good and a bad thing. And it's hard to come by to find someone who understands that financial struggle. But at the end of the day, we're chasing our dreams despite that. And I can't imagine living a life where I worked somewhere I hated, which I did at one point in my life, where it didn't allow me the freedom to chase other dreams. It didn't allow me to fly to Vegas to be at my sister's engagement. It didn't allow me those things. And my job currently does, as well as it was one of my dreams to be a full-time Pilates instructor, right? And so there's this balance between like chasing your dreams and reality. And on one hand, you want to chase your dream. And let's say chasing your dream is traveling for a full month or a full summer. And then reality hits you and you're like, well, how am I going to afford that? How am I going to get time off work for that? How am I going to not work for 3 months and make sure my house is still here when I come back? All these realities start kind of hitting your head, and eventually what happens? You talk yourself out of the dream. But what if we didn't do that? What if we talked ourselves into the dream, became our own superhero, and decided that we weren't going to let the little parts of reality scare us out of the dream? Because at the end of the day, everything is figure outable. Thank you, Marie Forleo. Everything is figure outable. So if you want to travel for a month or 3 months or a year, there is a way to be financially stable, to pay your rent, to not have rent, to work remotely. There's always a way. But the reason we don't chase the dreams that we have for ourselves is because we convince ourselves that reality is more stable and reality is a better place to be. But I don't know about you. Personally, when I chase a dream and I achieve it, a goal, dream, whatever, it feels so much better than when I convince myself not to do it. And I'm using running as an example because when I ran my 10K, I cried the entire time. And it wasn't tears of sadness. It was tears of like, hell freaking yeah, I did this. I accomplished this through trials, through depression, anxiety, all these things. I chased the dream, and there I was. I had the dream in my hand. The finish line was right there. And I didn't hold myself back. I didn't choose to sleep in instead of get up every day and train. All these things, it just felt so good to have that dream in my hand. But you're never gonna have the dream in your hand unless you take the step to be your own superhero, to advocate for yourself, to decide that that's what you're gonna do, is chase your dream every single day. And let me tell you something, it's not gonna be easy, right? It's gonna be freaking scary and hard, and you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot. And I was telling my friend that, lately I feel like I haven't really had time for a lot of my friends and a lot of time for connection with certain people. And that's because I've been so focused on my boutique and so focused on this dream of having a thriving business that allows me to chase other dreams, right? Because at the end of the day, the boutique is a dream in itself, but that's not the end goal. The end goal is to be financially stable enough where I can travel anywhere I want. I can be at Vegas for 3 months. I can come back to Naples for 6. I can do what I want. That's my personal end dream goal for that. But that takes work now. That takes climbing the hills, climbing the mountains, falling down a couple times and getting back up before I'll ever reach that level of success. And that's really damn hard. And it's even harder to not have people who understand that. And so, sometimes I have to close doors and you're going to have to close relationships. And it's really hard. But sometimes you have to do it to continue focusing on the dream that you want for your life. Now, I struggled a little bit thinking that this is selfish, which it is. But let me ask you a question, because I had to ask myself this question. If you died tomorrow, are you thinking about what other people thought about your life? Or are you thinking about what you thought about your life? Are you thinking about what so-and-so thinks about chasing your dreams? Or are you thinking about the dreams you chased? Because at the end of the day, that clock is ticking. Death happens. You want to find out? Message me. I'll tell you all about it. Death happens. And I would give anything and everything to know that I at least tried to achieve my dreams and I chased them versus dying tomorrow realizing I didn't chase them because of other people's opinions or because I was putting other people's opinions before my own and what I truly wanted. Guys, God didn't create this life for us to sit around and work a job we hate, exercise when we hate it, do all these things when we hate it, right? That's why there's different forms of exercise. That's why there's different jobs. That's why we currently live in a world where you can be anything and everything. You can start an online boutique. Like, I started it. There were resources, there were people there to help me, and I was able to do it. You can do that. You don't need a certificate of being a boutique owner. You don't need anything. Like, you can do whatever dream is in your head. And if you think you can't, I want you to message me what your dream is. I want you to message me your dream, and I want you to tell me why you think you can't do it. And I will shut it down. I will, because there's no dream that you can't accomplish. And that is what 2019 has taught me. Because for years, I want to say since middle school, I've wanted to run an entire 5K and 10K. And I never did it until this year because I put the dedication, I put the time in, I set the date, and I achieved the goal. And I achieved, it is so much more than a goal for me. It was a dream to run this on behalf of Cooper. And I needed to do it. And since I've done that, there is nothing I think in my head I can't do. And that is success. When you are able to keep going and let's do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And yes, we're always going to want more, but guess what? If you don't chase that more, you're going to be so defeated and you're going to wonder what this life was for. This life is for you to go out and chase your damn dreams. It's for you to just do the damn thing and be who you are meant to be and do the thing that you are supposed to do. There are things weighing on my heart for the whole year of 2019 of things that I need to do. And I eventually will say yes to them because guess what? They're not going to go away. And I know whoever's watching this, there are things on your heart that God put there for a reason. Maybe it's quitting your job to start your own business. Maybe it's you running a race or starting a side gig. I don't know what it is for you, but I know it's on your heart. I do know what's stopping you though. It's you. You're waiting for a superhero. You're waiting for someone to come along and give you permission to chase your dream. Sweet honey child, you do not need permission. You grant yourself that permission. You are your own superhero, and you're the one that gets to decide your dreams and what you want to do with this life. You only get one, okay? So don't you think it's worth the risk? It's worth everything to live it as full with all the potential of life, to risk everything for something great? I think so. I really think so. And so I'm going to chase my dreams. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go to the next thing. I'm going to find pride in myself because I've lost too many people and wasted too much time thinking about what they regret not doing. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to chase my dreams. I'm going to do the damn thing so that I can be proud every single day for the little steps that I make in my dream, in my career, in my life. Because I only get one. I only get one. And so do you. Chase your dreams.